Open your eyes. Not the ceiling you expected. No curtains, no traffic hum, no phone buzzing you awake. Just cold stone above you and beneath you, packed earth, dry grass, animal hide, faint smoke in the air. Something crackles nearby. Fire. Somewhere farther off, something screams. Not human, something else. Welcome to 100,000 years in the past. You're alive for now. What happens next depends entirely on the next few minutes. Forget everything Hollywood taught you about cavemen. No grunting, no clubs, no lone hero in a cave. These are Homo sapiens. People with brains just like yours. They laugh, argue, worry, make mistakes. The only difference here? Mistakes have teeth. The first thing that hits you isn't the cold. It's the silence. Not empty silence, alive silence. Wind through trees, birds overhead, fire crackling. Out here, every sound is information because nobody's invented clocks or notifications yet. Sound is the only alert system you get. Footsteps, your heart jumps. 3 figures approach, spears in hand. No greeting, no smile, just a look that says, "You're awake, so get to work." Lesson 1. Nature doesn't wait for you to catch up. Confusion out here is dangerous. You stand and take in the camp, maybe 20 people. Children running, elders watching, women sorting roots, men napping stone, a teenager fixing a spear shaft with tree resin. Nobody is idle. Nobody is resting. Survival, it turns out, is a full-time job. Every hour you're alive right now was paid for by someone else's work yesterday. The firewood gathered, the fire kept burning through the night, the water found, the meat hunted. You didn't earn this morning. The group did. Which brings us to rule 1. Never be alone. Forget the lone wolf fantasy. A single human out here doesn't last, and evolution figured that out long before you did. On paper, humans are terrible predators. No claws, no fangs, slower than almost everything, blind in the dark, and our babies are useless for years. We shouldn't have made it, but we did. Not by getting stronger, by getting smarter together. Every person around that fire is another set of eyes, another set of ears, another mind, another spear if things go wrong. Your real survival tool isn't lying by the fire. It's the 20 people standing around it. Nobody announces the day's plan. People just start moving and everyone follows. No meetings, no alarms, just generations of instinct doing the talking. You follow too because standing still is the only wrong move. Outside camp, the land opens up, grassland, mist over a river, birds circling, antelope grazing in the distance. Beautiful, also actively trying to kill you. This isn't peaceful wilderness, it's competition. Everything here wants food, water, territory. You're just another contestant now. Almost nobody talks as the group walks. Conversation costs attention, and attention is survival currency. Instead, people communicate in glances, hand signs, a low whistle, a language built from lifetimes of reading each other. And everyone's eyes keep moving, left, right, ahead, behind, not paranoia. Just Tuesday, because predators don't send invitations. Then someone stops. Instantly, everyone freezes. No questions asked. The silence says enough. Branches move somewhere in the brush. Could be wind, could be death. 30 seconds crawl by before a group of deer bolts out and vanishes across the grass. Everyone relaxes, but nobody laughs. False alarms are free. Ignoring a real one isn't. Here's the strange part. Your brain still runs this exact code. Ever notice how one person glancing up makes a whole room look up too? That instinct wasn't built yesterday. It was built here, across thousands of generations of somebody else spotting danger first. At the river, nobody rushes to drink. An older woman kneels, studies the current, checks the water. Only then does everyone else approach. Fast currents, hidden predators, contamination. Experience makes the rules here, and experience lives inside people, not books. Lose the elders and you don't just lose family. You lose the memory of every season, every danger, every safe path the group has ever learned. That's why age mattered so much back then. Not for muscle, for memory. The day moves on. Some gather plants, others track prints in the mud, and children shadow the adults, learning by watching, not by lecture. No schools, no writing, no maps. Everything this species knows lives only in these minds around you. Lose enough people, and knowledge simply disappears. It has happened before. Knowledge, it turns out, is fragile. By midday, your stomach growls, but nobody panics. Hunger here isn't an emergency. It's routine. Some days hunting works, some days it doesn't. Your body evolved for exactly this kind of uncertainty, which is exactly why it hoards fat so well. Not a flaw. A feature built for feast or famine centuries. Under a stand of trees, the group pauses. A man reshapes a flint blade, flakes flying with each precise strike. This isn't primitive fumbling. It's engineering, refined and exact. These people aren't surviving on luck. They're surviving on skill, real, hard-earned skill. And then it hits you. Nobody here thinks they're ancient. To them, this is simply life, as normal to them as yours is to you. 100,000 years from now, someone might look back at your smartphones and highways with the exact same fascination. Normal never lasts. It just moves. As shadows stretch, the group turns for home, not from tiredness, but because darkness flips the rules. Daylight belongs to humans. Night belongs to something else. Nobody wants to be caught outside when the sun goes down. Back at camp, the fire's still burning. Someone stayed to guard it because keeping a flame alive beats starting one from nothing. Wood gets added, food gets shared, children play, and for the first time all day, voices rise and laughter returns. Everyone made it back. That was never guaranteed. It never is. You sit by the fire and finally understand. The hardest lesson today wasn't the spear or the water or the tracking. It was this. Survival was never about being the strongest person alive. It was about becoming part of something bigger than one person could ever be. One human is fragile. 20 humans together are something else entirely. That's what carried our species through ice ages, across deserts, over mountains, onto every continent but one. Not bigger teeth, not stronger arms, each other. The sun disappears. The fire becomes the brightest thing for miles. Somewhere out in the dark, other hunters are just waking up, and tomorrow you'll need to find food before they do.